guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV, and we're back with another video. It's another week, and it's another week of the Chequered flag show here, bringing you all the latest news in the world of Formula One, especially as we prepare for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix that's coming this weekend. Yes, it's been a week only since Bahrain, and F1's already back in action, right? Kind of how it works now. It's nearly every week we're doing excuse me, sorry, just had dinner. It's nearly every week that we have in racing now, so but then we love it, so I think the drivers probably like a break every once in a while, but there you go. But yeah, sorry, I just need to get some. Right, yeah, let's go. Right, I'm going to start, first of all, back to front, really. I'm going to start with Lawrence Stroll. See on the F1 Team Outburst. Sorry. Right. I need to. Oh, that was in 2020. Not worried about that. I'm worried about 2022. Right. So apparently he came up with I'm actually going to refer to what happened. I had it quite saved off. I had it saved on Instagram, actually. So let me just try and find it, actually. And there it is. So where is it? There it is. Right. So news from Aston Martin this week. Interesting to watch Aston Martin's Stroll team, the Aston Martin Sport talk that Tammy talked about. So long story short, apparently Lawrence had a massive meltdown on Saturday evening, completely bulldozed his team. They all came to the paddock on Sunday morning with their heads hanging and didn't talk to anyone, instead hid in their own motorhomes. So apparently on Saturday evening after qualifying, there was a massive outcry from Lawrence Stroll, as he was not impressed by the team's performance in qualifying at all. If I'm not mistaken, let me just see. It's in the chat. Big up. Should the Saudi GP be cancelled? I'll come to that in a minute. I'll come to questions later. I'll just get through the main points first. But yeah, this really sort of blows open the whole like ownership. Do we want to see these things happening to teams? Because the teams' heads are now down. They don't feel confident going into the season. They know it's going to be a long, difficult season ahead, right? And like the last thing you want is the owner of the team, after only one Grand Prix, coming in and steamrolling you and it's only qualifying. It's not even a race result yet. You don't know what can happen in the Grand Prix. If I'm not mistaken, if we look at what happened in Bahrain, in let's have a look the schedule. Let's go to Bahrain. So come on. Right, so Bahrain, obviously, if we're looking at the qualifying results, so this is where obviously he had a massive meltdown afterwards. So let's have a look at the qualifying results. So in qualifying, Aston Martins both were out in Q1. So both Lance Stroll and Nico Hulkenberg. By the way, Sebastian Vettel still has not cleared COVID restrictions. So he's still not been able to clear that. So he will not be taking part in the next race in Saudi Arabia. Lance, so obviously Daniel Ricciardo, Lance Stroll, and Nico Hulkenberg were both in the drop zone, and that's where they had a massive rant about and bust up with the team. Proper hairdryer treatment, Ferguson style, sort of dressing down of the team. And if we look to the race, if we look at the race standings and the race results, like one finished 12th, one finished 17th. Not great. Like, you're not really inspiring confidence in your team. So, do we really want to see this? Where rich owners buy these teams and all of intimidate their own team? I'm sorry, but I don't like that behaviour. I don't like that behaviour at all. I don't think it's right. Not in Formula One terms, anyway. Like, this is a team sport. Like, Mercedes are 8 times consecutive world champions, not because Toto Wolff, after one Grand Prix, comes and barrels the team, right? Or uh, uh, or the owner of Mercedes barrages the team. It's because they take on board in a briefing everything that's been gathered, all the mistakes that have been made, and then work on ways to improve. They don't go and just go straight in, bang, you did this, you've done that, absolute hairdryer treatment, because that destroys the whole confidence for that team. How are you supposed to instill confidence in your team? You need confidence in your team to be able to achieve the results you're going to need in Formula One. Not in order to survive, but to push on and go and meet the plan that Lawrence Stroll has set himself for this team. He's set himself the target of 5 years to get Aston Martin to the top. They're in the second year. You're in your second year, mate. It ain't gonna be all sunshine and roses in this stint. I don't know where you got that theory from, but it ain't gonna happen. Like, Aston Martin had aspirations for 2022 to close the gap to the top, but it just doesn't work with good ownership. Yeah, it's like it's like how you see with football clubs, like, but good, like how they run, how they're structured. Like, you see now Ferrari, how they've struggled so many years, these last few years, because of their structure and the way they've been acting as a team. So you can see why they've been struggling. But and that's why you see Mercedes also being the dominant force, because they work together as a team. They take everything on board, right, and learn from every mistake they make, right? And you can only do that by becoming some of the greatest drivers. You can only do that through dedication. Simple as that. And yeah, for me, Lawrence Stroll, I do feel Lawrence Stroll is completely in the wrong for what he's done. For what he's done there, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's good. I don't want to see it in Formula One. So yeah, I won't be keeping this too long, by the way, as well. So I won't be keeping it too long. Because I've got a preview to do at 8:30 as well, and then I'm done. Uh, yeah. So moving on. Moving on. What are we gonna do? Let's have a look. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Latest news. I'll bring you updates from Saudi Arabia as well at some point as well. Um, right, let me have a look. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think in the next week I was talking about. It's funny, isn't it? Right. So yeah. Oh yeah. Plus, I have to do this. Red Bull. What happened in the last Grand Prix? Christian Horner, do you want to tell us what happened? Did your cars blow up? Did they run out of go-go juice? Did you underfuel Perez like you did in Abu Dhabi? Don't tell me you didn't underfuel him. You did. Come on. It wasn't a technical issue. There was nothing wrong with that car. You wanted it to get him out of the way. Right? Come on. Right? Karma's a bitch, innit? Yeah? Where's all your Max Verstappen fans now? Some Red Bull fucking champion he is. Yeah. Most champions just said, I'll manage. I'll work my way around it. All we got throughout the whole Grand Prix was, I'm not my. That's twice I've done this now. I'm not doing it again. Oh, you haven't done this. You haven't done that. There's something going wrong. Tell me what's going wrong. It's everyone else's fault. It's not mine. Blah 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 blah. Same old Verstappen, isn't it? Yeah. Who's got the real champion's attitude? Oh yeah, the guy who should have won it. Okay. Right, just putting it out there right now. Hamilton would not react like that in this car. That is a fact. That is a fact. Right? That is a fact. Very rarely has he done that. Hamilton, Verstappen, as soon as something goes wrong, it's everyone else's fault, not his. Even with his own team. It's all the team's fault, it's not him. It's not him. It's never him. Never. Right? It's never his fuck up. Right? And it wasn't his fuck up, it was the team's fuck up. Like, the car was unreliable. Right? So, like, Christian Horner. Yeah, yeah, you got to build your own powertrains. Yeah, they really work, don't they? Christian Horner. Love it. You keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Love it. I love it. Right? You're doing a fantastic job. Right? You keep your team like that every single race. DNF for 5 laps to go. Give Hamilton the podiums he needs. Right, to keep up with the Ferraris, because sooner or later Mercedes will overtake you. You'll be irrelevant. Like, again. But then, if Mercedes go on and fight Ferrari for the championship, and then Ferrari go on and win it, you won't say, like you said last season, Mercedes have had it far too easy the last 7 years. You'll say, oh yeah, but Ferrari had it so easy last season because you weren't in it. They are not going to finish ahead of Mercedes in the constructors. Ferrari could, Red Bull won't. And I'll tell you for why. It's a one-man team. They don't worry about Perez. They don't worry about Perez. They don't give two shits about Perez. Whereas in Mercedes, right, they try and maximise both strategies. Both strategies. On both cars. Simple. And you need that. You need both cars constantly up there in the points to finish it. Simple as that. Right? Simple as that. There you go. I don't know why it's saying the Bahrain Grand Prix down there. I'll change it in a minute. Give it up. There you go. Right. Anyway, enough about that. Right, because as usual, we're gonna go to what are we gonna go to? The news obviously concerning about Bahrain. Right, so the main question is obviously about Bahrain. Is it too early to say that these changes have worked? Or have they actually provided the better racing we saw? We saw the battle between Verstappen and Leclerc. A fantastic battle. Both been able to follow closely. Right, so both can be able to affect overtaking maneuvers. And it was a thrilling battle to watch. I think for the tyre conservation, that's to do probably with more the circuit, to be honest, because these tyres are designed to try and cope with the amount of sliding that the cars would have to do following another car. So we'd like to see how they get on here, but the early signs are showing that there is a very good car that you can overtake with. The DRS doesn't look very too effective, but then that could be the characteristics of the circuit. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts, but at the minute, I do feel if you're looking at that one Grand Prix, it's an entertaining Grand Prix, absolutely entertaining, right? So like one of the best race openers you'll see. So yeah, I think so far it's proven that it's working. The brains behind it all, Pat Simmons, Motorsport, the heads of Formula One, they seem happy with the results so far. It's all down to whether the fans do, and it's the fans they will need to attract, and whether they get to grips with it very easily. And I think if Mercedes can get themselves up there as quickly as possible, then we can see a very exciting championship. Because then you've got the might of Mercedes against the might of Ferrari against the might of Red Bull. Now that will be a very good battle to watch. Now, sorry, McLaren should be up there as well, but McLaren, what the hell has happened to them? I don't know. I'd have to look into it even more, but there's something profoundly wrong with that car. Profoundly wrong with that car, because not even Norris has got pace. Not even Norris has got pace. Right? And he was usually outdoing Ricardo last season. I think in qualifying, did he not even start? Did he start behind him? No, Ricardo was 18th. Norris was 13th. So one didn't even make it out of qualifying 1, and one didn't even make it out of qualifying 2. That's awful. For someone that's supposed to be the 4th best placed team and pushing on to try and go and challenge for the title, that's awful. That's frigging awful. Like, and it's mad. It's kind of like what they did in 2012, where they were the dominant car. They should have won the title in that car. Hamilton should have won the title in that car. Reliability cost him. Reliability cost him that championship. Simple. There's no two ways about it. If he didn't have the reliability he had, he would have won that race. He would have won that race to the title. Trust me. Plus, if you also look at it, in that context, the next season after that, they were down in the midfield. They were nowhere to be seen, because like they went somewhere completely different on a car which didn't work. I don't know what's not working here, but I'd love to know. I'd love to know. If anyone does know, please do let me know, because it's mad to think that Mercedes, for Red Bull, and Ferrari seem to move it and stay up there at the top compared to everyone else. But in terms of McLaren, that's poor. It is very poor. It's very poor. So yeah, it's very, very poor. But yeah. Right, so let me just go through some of the questions. I don't think the Grand Prix should be cancelled. I think it should just display the human rights that are affecting the country, and I think Hamilton's doing that very well. So I don't think it should be cancelled in a sense. There could be other reasons why it should be cancelled, but there you go. But then you can't see so many Grand Prix for certain different reasons. Apparently, yeah, they did. It's my gap, but it doesn't work without a good ownership. Absolutely, they have a new team principal. I don't think it's just that. Mate. But like I said, I don't like the way he's coming down on his own team. For me, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. That's your team. You're supposed to look after it, nurture it, and build it into a successful team. You ain't gonna do it doing that. No way. No way. No way you're doing that. Absolutely no way you're doing it. End of. So there you go. But like I said, it was gonna be very short, this video. It was gonna be very short to stream this video, so I'm gonna have to bounce because I've got to prepare for the preview and talk about that for a bit. I'll probably do that for about half an hour as well, because I am tired from yesterday. So I'll be doing that at 8:30. So make sure you tune in then. But please do hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, make sure you also, in the weekend, qualifying watch along. We will be there, qualifying watch along. It's going to be epic as usual. Saudi Arabia, if it's anything to go by the last year, it's going to be an entertaining Grand Prix of Saudi. Let's just hope there's no deliberate crashes in it. Verstappen. So there you go. But anyway, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.